Hello, I'm delighted to share with you a demo of my computerized maintenance management system application developed under WinDev 24. First, I'm gonna log in with my user account. As you can see, the CMMS is composed of 7 modules: equipment management, staff management, supplier management, spare parts warehouse, maintenance operation, technical documents, and dashboards. The equipment management allows us to have an overview of the list of equipment. We can add equipment, modify the equipment, and delete it. We can also print the list of equipment and import them from Excel spreadsheet. Let's close the window and go to staff management. It allows us to add the employee, modify, delete it, print the list of employees, and import them from Excel spreadsheet. By clicking on the table, we can view the contact information of each employee. Let's continue to view supplier management. It allows us to view contact information of each supplier, as well as associate spare parts for each supplier. Next, let's check on spare parts warehouse modules. It allows us to keep track of entries and output of spare parts. As you can see, there are some red lines in the table. It's because the quantity in stock is lower or equal to the safety stock. So the spare parts in red will be prioritized in purchasing order. For instance, I'm gonna add round nuts. By clicking on Add New, a new window appears. I'm gonna fill spare parts. As you can see, it already exists. So the fields are auto-filled. I'm gonna select the supplier to continue with auto-filling. We have already 40 round nuts. So if I add 2 round nuts, the total will be 42. Finally, by clicking on Confirm, a message shows that spare parts are added successfully. So if we check the quantity in stock of round nuts, it has already changed to 42. We can also modify, delete, or import spare parts. For output closure, we're gonna see it further in the demo. Warehouse history allows us to view warehouse entries. Also view warehouse outputs. As you can see, the columns of the table are scalable to view all information. Next, let's check maintenance operation module. To close an intervention, we must go through 5 steps: request intervention, validation request, safety validation, launch intervention, and finally intervention closure. We can request spare parts if needed. You can also view intervention by choosing intervention number and clicking on print button. You can edit intervention by clicking on modify or delete. By clicking on request intervention, a request window appears. The request number is already auto-filled. I'm going to choose the requester, then the equipment. For our case, motorized suction valve K01. For the failure description, for instance, I'm going to choose solenoid not responding. Then I'm going to click on Confirm. Next, I select the line from the table and click on Validation Request. I'm going to choose the person who validated the request, then click on Validate. As you can see, the status of request has changed to validated request. I click again on Validation to approve the request. If the manager don't validate or approve, I can fill the reason. By clicking on Approve, the request status has changed to Approve the request. The safety status is awaiting security approval. So the next step is safety validation. I'm going to select the person who validate, then the requirement documents for the intervention, consignment certificate and access permit. By clicking on Confirm, the safety status has changed to safe intervention. Now I could launch the intervention. I select the intervention type, the urgency, and the team. In our case, the electrical team. For the interveners, I can select as many as the intervention requires. For this example, I'm going to select 2 interveners. Finally, by clicking on Launch Intervention, a sheet that contains intervention information is displayed and ready for printing. If I need spare parts for my intervention, I select the line on the table, then I click on Request Spare Parts. As you can see, an output number is assigned automatically to link the spare parts with the intervention. I choose the requester, then spare parts. For instance, I'm gonna choose fuse. As you can see, all remaining fields are auto-filled except quantity. I'm gonna choose one, then I click on Add. As you can see, the table is updated. Finally, by clicking on Spare Parts Request, a request will be sent to the warehouse. Next, I'll visit Spare Parts Warehouse. I click on Output Closure. As you can see, this statue is on hold. So I'm gonna select the output number, in our case 6/2022. Then I'm gonna click on Output Closure. As you can see, the form is already displayed and ready to be printed. Finally, I click on Update Table. The statue has changed to Output Completed. The statue is ongoing intervention. So to close the intervention, I click on Intervention Management, then Intervention Closure. I'll fill the remaining fields. Start of operation, then end of operation. The duration is filled automatically in minutes. The implemented solution, let's say changing the fuse of the solenoid. I click on Confirm. As you can see, the intervention statue has changed to Intervention is Closed. So if I want to view the intervention, I select the intervention number, in our case 6/2022. Then I click on Print button. As you can see, a maintenance intervention sheet that contains all information is displayed and ready to be printed. I'll close the window. Then I'm gonna check Dashboard module. By clicking on Dashboard, a new window appears. It's composed of spare parts analysis and maintenance analysis. I need to fill start date and end date for maintenance analysis. For this example, I'm gonna choose the month of August 2022. As you can see, the combo of failure description is auto-filled as I fill the end date. These are the list of failures that occurred between the start and end date. By clicking on Maintenance Analysis button, 3 charts are displayed. We have an availability by maintenance type, an availability by failure, to identify the list of failures. Finally, the availability by equipment. Let's return to failure description. By clicking on the combo box, I get to see the list of failures. I can view also the MTTR and MTBF of the failure. Spare parts analysis, we have spare parts follow-up for inventory operation. I can do ABC analysis by filling the start date and end date. For instance, I'm gonna choose the month of August. By clicking on ABC analysis, ABC curve is displayed. I can identify ABC zones. Also, the ABC table is auto-filled. You can view spare parts, total output quantity, percentage output quantity, and cumulative percentage. Finally, let's check technical documents. This module allows us to manage all maintenance documents. By clicking on Add a new window appears. I'm gonna choose the equipment from the list of equipment. Then I'm gonna choose the path of the file that I want to download. For this example, I'm gonna choose datasheet mini purge. As you can see, file name and file path are already auto-filled. The document type, I'm gonna choose for this example technical manual. Then I'm gonna click on confirm. To view the file, I just need to select the line from the table, then click on button view. As you can see, the mini purge manual is already displayed. If I want to download the file, I select the line from the table, then click on button download. I choose the path, then I confirm. As you can see, a message shows that the file download is completed. Finally, thank you for your attention.